Guys, what is going on? It is your favorite Northern Virginia, DC area realtor, Chris Colgan here, and I'm here to tell you in the month of February 2023, the real estate market here in the DC region has completely shocked me, and we are going to be getting into all the numbers. I'm going to show you everything that's going on, but let's get into the market. You know, in the beginning of this year, the winter around here, particularly November and December, were brutal. The housing market was really slow. Houses were just sitting on the market. And believe it or not, just a few counties that I tracked around here in Northern Virginia, there was over 300 houses at the end of the year that went off the market, meaning they withdrawed or they expired off the market. And I thought to myself, you know what? I'm thinking 2023 is gonna be kind of a rough year. Well, we get into January. Now, one thing I will say, we have had a mild winter here. We haven't hardly had any snow, but the next thing I know, there is a super low inventory, and especially as we've gotten into February and the rates have started to come down a little bit, I'm seeing multiple offer situations again. I'm seeing people getting back to waiving appraisals. I'm seeing all kinds of different things. I just had a YouTube viewer lock in at 5.5%, which is not a terrible rate. Even like the 6.5 and all that was not a bad rate. So I'm seeing a very heated up housing market. We did see the prices dip in some areas, which I expected them to be. As I've said many times on this channel, last June, I think was about the peak, because many people who were locked into that 3.5%, 4% range really just wanted to get in to keep that interest rate locked in. But guys, you know what? The housing market is heating up again. Is it here to stay? I'm not 100% sure. I will be honest with you on that. I was just on a call with my company Place, and we are partially owned by Goldman Sachs, and they had some economists on our all hands on deck meeting. They think there's about a 50-50 shot we end up going into a recession still, but they felt like, you know what? Real estate is very pocketed in different areas. Like I've said before, Austin, Texas, San Francisco, San Diego, parts of Florida are experiencing a slowdown, but they're not experiencing it what we are here in DC with multiple offers and everything like that. So I want to know in the comments below, what do you guys think is going on before we get into these numbers? Do you think it's just a fluke, or do you think like, hey, you know what? We didn't have a lot of construction here. There's a lot of new jobs coming to the area. There's a lot of companies moving here. Maybe that's what it is, but it's definitely a competitive market again. And let's get into the numbers and see the actual facts of the matter. All right, so the first area we're gonna get into is Alexandria City. Let's see what's going on. So this is gonna be from January to now, and you can see from last year, new listings are down 7.3% year over year. They're up from December 2022. You can see though, look how much the pendings are up since last month. They're up 48%. We're still down 18%. Closed sales are down 19% in December 2022 and down 30% in January 2022. But remember what I told you, October, November were very slow months around here. You get into though, look, from December and last year, the prices are up 15% in Alexandria, medium sold price year over year. And what did I say right here? People were paying a little bit high towards that end of June and all that, and you can tell. But now we're back here and look how things are leveling up and they're starting to go up again. Now here's one thing I've been looking at, right? Active listings are 159 with the 5-year average of 159, 167. So you know what? Alexandria still has a little bit more than their average listings on the market. Average days on market is 39 and the average house is getting 96.2%. So what we saw though in January of 2022 was 97. So what we're seeing, people are actually getting some good deals over in Alexandria. So let's look at some other areas. But first, you have to, yes, literally, you have to subscribe to my channel. I have a goal of getting to 10,000 subscribers, and I work with buyers and sellers all the time who watch this YouTube channel. So if you're thinking about buying or selling, text me anytime at the number below or shoot me an email, chriscolgan@colganteam.com. All right, so let's get into Arlington. We know Arlington is a huge market. Ton of people are moving in there. The prices there have just skyrocketed. New listings up 138% year over year, but down 16% from last January of last year. New pendings though, month over month, up 60%. A lot of houses going under contract, still down 18% from last year. Closed sales down 25% from December, so very low inventory, I bet. But look at this, you know what? 636 is your medium sold. Average sales prices were still up 2.7%, and then 21% month over month, and then you see here it rises again. Active listings is below the 5-year average, just a tad, Days on market, 40 on an average for an average 5-year of 39, and then houses are selling for 96.7%. So what does that mean? Arlington's definitely still a hot market. We can tell things are picking up, but people are still kind of underbidding and sellers are having to reduce somewhat. What that tells me is a lot of sellers overpriced in the market and had to come down. A lot of people we're seeing moving at the moment are like divorce situations or job transfers. So people are still getting good deals. Let's go into some other counties. All right, let's touch on the biggest county in the state of Virginia, Fairfax County, over 1 million some people. New listings up 50%, down 18% from last year, but up 50% from last month. But look at that, new pendings are almost up 40% from last month, but they're still down 18% year over year. Closed sales down 27%, down 32% year over year. So they're having almost a third less sales. But look at this right here. One thing I'm looking at, medium sold price is still up year over year. So it was $575 in January 2022, 2023, it's $610. So prices are still rising here. Look at this. So this is one thing that really shocks me. So we have a 768 listings, but the 5-year average has been 938. And folks, that's even during like the COVID time and all that, things are super hot. So Fairfax still has a very low inventory. Average days on market is about the 5-year average of 35, and houses are selling for 97% of asking price. One county that everyone always asks me to bring up, kind of a smaller county, Fauquier County, starting to get a lot of growth in the Marshall area and also as well out in the Warrenton area. New listings are up 22%, up 4.5%. I mean, you know, that's kind of a small county, only 70 listings. New pendings are up 50%. So a lot of activity, but they're down 10% year over year. Closed sales are up 6%, but they're only down 12%. So Fauquier stayed pretty strong. Look at this, so shockingly, year over year, Fauquier sales prices are up 13%. So they're still doing pretty well. And again, look at the trend we see in Fauquier County. We have 127 active listings where your 5-year average was 168. But I will say, look at January last year, there was only 63. So we have a lot more houses on the market, but it's still below that number before COVID. Average days on market is 41, where that 5-year average is 50, and houses have been selling for 96.4% of asking price. Last January was 99%, so obviously people were just giving what everybody wanted, but Fauquier, still a very healthy market, but again, only 70 new listings, a very small market. All right, so now let's get into Loudoun County. New listings are up 75%, down 10%. So a lot more houses are coming on the market, which is good. But look at that, pendings are up 40%. So houses are moving, they're going under contract. It's still down though at 18%, but we were seeing some huge numbers before on some of my videos, like they were down like 40%. But look at that, closed sales is way down. So that means they're not as getting many houses that are going to closing. But again, one thing that keeps shocking me, that medium sold price in Loudoun is up 11%, up 6% from last month. So things are actually still moving over here in Loudoun as you follow the graph here. And then you look here at active listings, 377 with a 5-year average of 418. But look at the difference when the rates were about 3 to 4%, 169. So a lot more listings on the market. 37 average days, which is actually above the average of 29 days. So houses in Loudoun are starting to see, but look, still on the market. Well, look, the average days on market just in January was 14 days. So it's almost about half. And then the average house is getting 96.8% of their asking price. But look at that. In January 2022, they got 101% of their asking price. So people are actually getting what they want on average in Loudoun County. Checking out now where the legend himself lives, Chris Colgan, Prince William County. New listings up 46%. Down 9% year over year. Under contracts up 24%, down 8% year over year. Closed sales down 14%. But you know what? Closed sales year over year down 25%. So we're seeing about a quarter less closed sales. But again, in Prince William County, prices are still up 3.4%, which is about your national average. And then they're up 2% since last month. One thing though that I want to show you right now though, we only had 342 active listings, and right now their 5-year average is 362. So less houses on the market. Average days on market about 39 days with your five-year average 31. And then the average house sold for 97.4%. So you know what, houses are still going a little bit less than asking price. It's going to be a little bit longer. So Prince William hasn't been as strong as some of the Loudoun and Fairfax areas. And then finally, let's check out Stafford County. All right, guys, so checking out Stafford County. Right now, they're about even on new listings year over year, 109%. New pendings are up 40% since last month. Closed sales are down 36% from last month, but 41% from last year. Average price, though, was down 5% which from last month, which is kind of, medium sales price, and then up 5.7%. So prices are still rising over in Stafford. But look how below the inventory is here. 5-year average was 269. Right now we're at 201. And then again, you're getting your average days on market as though it is above. So houses are definitely taking longer to sell. You can see last year it was 24. Right now they're at 42. So almost double there, right there. But you know what? The houses are going for about 97% of asking price, with your 5-year average being about 98%. All right, so what does this all mean? But right now, what I'm seeing on here is, like you're seeing in the stats, the prices have still risen around the area. Houses are taking longer to sell, and people are not really getting, in the month of January, weren't really getting like their asking price. But you know what? What I'm seeing early February, late January is we are seeing multiple offers and all that. But you know what? Who knows? As the spring market continues, more sellers will list their property. But I'll put on one house, I'll give you an example, for $475, a townhouse in Bristow, Virginia. And I'm getting a million calls. And then I just wrote on a house in Haymarket, Virginia, and they had 7 offers. And then I wrote on a house in Stafford County for one of my YouTube viewers, and it had 4 offers, and one of them went way above where we went, but we had waived the appraisal, which really helped out. So if you are thinking about buying, definitely text me at the number below. Please subscribe to my channel. But as always, folks, I'll see you at the top or from the top. And if you see me walking around anywhere in Northern Virginia, DC area, definitely stop by and say hi. Hope you have a good rest of your week.